welcome back to the channel. This is MJ Fangirl, and today we're going to be talking about my top 4 books related to Michael Jackson. I have a list of 4 books that I'm going to share with you all, and these are the books that honestly I reach for the most. When I get some downtime and quiet time, I find that reading about him is one of the things I really enjoy. So the first book that I want to introduce you guys to is this one. This is a book by Katherine Jackson. It's called My Family the Jacksons, and Katherine wrote this book in 1990. I discovered the book way later. I became a Michael Jackson fan when I was watching the Jackson's American Dream miniseries, which is kind of a weird story because Michael's not actually in it. I would highly recommend this book to you if you're looking for more information about the Jackson family, about Michael's history, where he came from, and just some insight from his mother. The book also includes anecdotes from all of the Jacksons, including Michael, who wrote a poem in the beginning dedicated to Katherine. Next book that I want to talk to you guys about is Dancing the Dream. This came out in 1992, and it's a book of like poems and reflections written by Michael, and he's actually said that this is his most autobiographical work. The funny thing about this is when I first got this book, I honestly just wanted it for the photos and just to have it as like a collector's item, which probably sounds silly now, but I was a high schooler, what can you say? There are only 45 selections in this book, and they are all pretty short. They're relatively short, 1 to 2 pages, but I think that they each pack a punch, and I really love that they each kind of get to the point and they make you think. They're more thought-provoking that way. Alright, so the next book that I want to talk to you guys about is this one. This is Before He Was King, Michael Jackson Before He Was King by Todd Gray. And Todd Gray is a photographer that worked with Michael, I believe it was 1974 to 84. To be honest with you guys, this was an impulse purchase for me. This book came out a few months after Michael died, and that was a period of time where I just bought a ton of whatever was out. Like, I'm sure a lot of fans can relate. A lot of those purchases I look back at now and I'm like, why did why did I buy this? This is one of the things that I'm most grateful for having purchased. I keep this book on my coffee table, and I just love for people to look at it. It's a great conversation piece. This is one of the eras that I think that is highly overlooked, and people just don't really know much about it. They don't really care to learn much about it, but I really love it. I think that this was such an important part of Michael Jackson's career. This was, the transition between him, being a member of a group with his brothers and creating his first real solo album with Epic Records, and then moving on to Thriller, which was to come next. So the next book that I want to talk to you guys about is this one. This is Moonwalk, the book that I think every Michael Jackson fan should have and should read. I actually got my first copy of this when I must have been in like 6th or 7th grade, and I couldn't really find this in the regular bookstore. So what I did is there was this website back in the day called Jetsy's something. I actually think that the website is still up, so if it is, I will link it below because she had a lot of great content on there. But Jetsy's website had a full PDF of this, and I downloaded it and I asked my dad to print it for me at work, and it was like 200 pages, but I used to just carry it with me in my book bag everywhere and just read about what Michael had to say. And at the time, it was the best way for me to learn about Michael, and I find that that's still true today. So yeah, this is the book that I reach for the most. He talks about pretty much everything in here. It was released in 1988, so just keep in mind that it's only gonna go up to about the bad era. These are Michael's words. This is as good as it can get. If you really want to learn about him and read about him, I highly recommend this. Okay guys, so that is it. Those are my top 4 books about Michael Jackson. Thank you so much for joining me, and leave in the comments below. I'm really curious, what is your favorite book about Michael Jackson? Bye guys!